Hello, team. This is a really, really exciting day because I have bought a DVD player, a Blu-ray player actually, and because I just wanted to feel like I had a connection to the things that I'm watching again, rather than browsing. Fucking, I got a head rush. Dong. Rather than browsing for 9 hours on Netflix or Prime just to spend £3.99 on a film that I've already seen and then not finish it. I bought a little Blu-ray player there, and because I want to go to charity shops and like buy the cheap DVDs or Blu-rays and like really put one in and like actually enjoy the viewing experience, and commit to it, commit to the viewing experience. So I bought loads of DVDs. Check this out. But all these DVDs, I feel 14 again. It feels so good. I bought, some of them my fiance wanted me to watch, which we'll come on to. But like, they're not all like brilliant or anything, but that's the beauty of the idea. Like, I want to just like watch things a bit more carefree, rather than being like, everything has to be precisely chosen out of a bank of unlimited films online. Like, I've got my Letterboxd, like watch list. Follow me on Letterboxd, same name, at Fred Asquith. Or also, please subscribe to this channel if you watch these stupid reviews. But I have my Letterboxd watch list, and I will get through that. But like, every time I sit down to watch a film, either on my own or with my fiance, it's kind of like, it has to be exactly the right film for now, exactly the right film. And then sometimes I'll put things on and I'll be like, I picked the wrong one, because you've got so much choice. But just having a bank of films to pick from, it makes it so much easier, because you just look and you be like, yeah, what do I feel like? And you put it on and it's like, it doesn't matter if it's not perfect, you just kind of commit to it and you actually finish it and watch it. So we got loads. We've got fucking Seabiscuit. Like, I was not planning to watch Seabiscuit ever in my life. I've never seen it, right? And I'm going to fucking watch it because I got it for £1. I got it for £1. Never seen World War Z, going to watch it. Never seen The Wire season 1, going to watch it. Anyway, so the first one me and my fiance watched was Dreamgirls. My fiance had seen it and I hadn't. And again, I was not planning to see this film, ever. I knew that I was pretty much actively avoiding it, to be honest. But because it was there on DVD and it was £1 at a charity shop, just buy it, stick it on, and fucking watch it. And it's a liberating feeling. I've honestly missed that. And so watched it. God, it won the Golden Globe for Best Picture. Fucking hell, it says that on the front. Is it? Oh my God. You get an insight into what I thought of the film. Yeah. So halfway through the film, I was getting a bit restless, and my fiance said, "Are you enjoying it?" And I said, yes and no. Like, it's on the face of it, it is enjoyable. Certainly is enjoyable. But the kind of context to that just really grates on me. The context being that in the noughties, in the 2000s, we'd kind of really chiseled down and honed and perfected the art of the thin, flimsy, overreaching, schmaltzy biopic. Walk the Line and Ray and all this, and everything was so fucking schmaltzy. And I was like, it's entertaining because we got good at that at the time. But I just feel so empty. I feel so empty. And don't get me wrong, there's brilliant like vocal performances in there. Obviously, Listen and the one You're Gonna Love Me, Jennifer Hudson one. And I didn't even realise they were written by, they were like from this musical, which is really impressive. Because they're genuinely brilliant songs aside from the musical that I've heard elsewhere. The singers are brilliant. Eddie Murphy is brilliant, and Jamie Foxx is doing his best, I feel. But everything around that is not doing them performances justice. It's thin, it's flimsy. If it was released now, it would hopefully have a lot more substance to it. And what I mean by that is it's trying to couch this like fictionalized true story in like racial riots in Detroit and Martin Luther King and like the history of black culture in America, and I think it should, but I don't think the film has the layers required or the heft required to discuss those elements. And I think it knows it too, because I think when you kind of cross-cutting between the polished vocal performances and then like images of like destroyed Detroit, it just doesn't fit. It doesn't feel part of the same film, and you don't really make the link between what the film is trying to say. But you should. That should be easy. And then I look up the cast and crew, and it was written by a white guy and directed by a white guy, and I'm kind of like, and there's a scene later on where Beyonce's character, who's supposed to be a stand-in, a fictionalized Diana Ross, is trying to get into movies, and the scene is supposed to be her having a meeting with two white like representatives of Hollywood, and she's supposed to be we're supposed to see that she's kind of getting mollycoddled by these guys, basically just kind of like, oh, you know, we don't want you to think too much about this, or kind of try and think you're an actual actress or whatever, and just kind of like whitewashing the whole situation, and like what's the word, like barriers to entry for Beyonce's character at that point. And I'm like, yeah, but this film's got a white writer, this film's got a white director, this film's got a white casting director, this film's got a white cinematographer. Like we weren't even out of this. We're not even out of this now, but we're maybe getting there, but we weren't out of this when this film was made. Never mind when Diana Ross was trying to get in films. And so then you layer on top of that, like, they're trying to make these allegories about the riots in Detroit. And I'm like, I don't think you've got the juice. I don't think you've got the, don't want to say right, but the like, yeah, whatever. You know what I mean? You've got the to like tell this story really. And I would like to think that if it was told now, it would have a black crew, which I think it should have, and it would feel less just flimsy. Yeah, I didn't like that. And it was so fucking long, mate. 2 hours 20. 2 hours 20. I'm kind of like, what? Again, back in that kind of era, we were having like, not so much this is a birth to death biopic, but it's not far off, you know, like from when the group formed or when the group ended. It's like, can you not just tell me a subset of that then speaks to their wider career? Like, I think we've got better at that now, like picking a point in the career that tells the wider story. I just think all the way up to Bohemian Rhapsody, I just think the world is done with this type of 2 hours, 20 minutes biopic, schmoozy, schmaltzy, polished, sparkly, not telling all the grimy details. It tries to a bit with the Eddie Murphy addiction issues and stuff, but yeah, not feeling it. So go follow me on Letterboxd. I give this 1.5 out of 5, so 3 out of 10. It's pretty harsh, but yeah, I really wasn't getting on with it by the end, despite the fact that it's like ostensibly entertaining, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, interesting. I mean, I was watching it and I was like, Beyonce is playing Diana Ross, and she was initially the second fiddle in the group, Beyonce's character, and then she was Diana Ross and blah, blah. And I was like, oh, back in 2006, Beyonce playing Diana Ross felt like a step up for Beyonce. But now looking back, it's weird, isn't it? Because like Beyonce is fucking Beyonce. Like Beyonce is bigger than maybe Diana Ross, or maybe as big as Diana Ross ever was. I wasn't alive when Diana Ross was big, so I don't want to badmouth Diana Ross, but feels like Beyonce could be bigger than Diana Ross ever was. So in hindsight, it's quite strange to see this in this way, but yeah. There we go. Follow me on Letterboxd, and please subscribe to this channel if you watch this random stuff. I bought a DVD and watched it. Yay.